What's up YouTube? This is Spade here with another standard Wi-Fi battle, and this time I'm using the same team as I did in my last video, but in this battle I used mainly my Scizor, who didn't get much screen time in the last video, so yeah. And this was a pretty long battle, mainly because my Scizor is not one of those swords dancing or choice banded ones, but he's a toxic staller. And this was against Problade18 from YouTube. I'll leave the link in the description so you can check him out and maybe challenge him if you want to. So anyways, let's get this battle started. He leads off with Moltres, I lead with my Mesprit. I'm fearing this thing might be scarfed, so I just set up my Stealth Rock as he switches into Heracross, and I switch into Scizor to take the Mega Horn. And this is the bulky toxic stalling Scizor I was talking about. And he goes for close combat. He does a decent chunk to my Scizor, so I go for toxic. And looking at my HP, I won't be able to survive another hit from this thing, so I have to protect to get some lefties recovery. Not to mention the toxic racking up on the Heracross, so that's good. And now he goes for close combat, but I survive with 9 HP, so I can just roost-stall this thing. And now he hits me again with close combat, but I just roost away the damage done. And now after the toxic, he's down to yellow health, so I can just bullet punch this thing to death. And down goes the Heracross. So now he sends out Moltres, and I'm fearing for a fight type move, so I go into my Swampert, and he gets totally raped by the Stealth Rock, so the Moltres is pretty much screwed here. And I see a Life Orb, which is pretty cool, and the Moltres goes down. And now that he doesn't have his fire type Pokemon anymore, my Scizor can go ballistics on everything he has, so that's pretty good. So he leads with my Scizor on the switch, which doesn't matter too much, and now he paralyzes me with Thunder Wave, which kinda mattered but kinda didn't, cause you will see. So I just poisoned the Celebi, and he goes for Psychic, and I just roost. And here I think he was predicting a switch here, cause he goes for Thunder Wave again, but I'm already paralyzed, so it does nothing, and I just roost just to wear down this Celebi a bit, because I kinda want him to switch. So now he does switch, and he goes into Swellow, as I switch 2 into my Mesprit, and he gets the Flame Orb, and he goes for Facade, and it does about half, so I just go U-turn. I switch back to Scizor to wall this thing, and he goes back into Celebi. I think I predicted that, and I went for toxic, but I got paralyzed, which kinda sucked. So now I go for protect, but I get parahaxed again. I was hoping to see what move will he do, but it doesn't work like that. He got the lead seed on me. So now I switch into Mesprit, as he goes for Calm Mind, So now I know his whole moveset: Leech Seed, Thunder Wave, Psychic and Calm Mind. So I just go for U-turn to get some super effective damage on it, and he Leech Seeds but misses as I switch into my Swampert, and he doesn't wanna take a Ice Punch, so he goes into Miltank with Thick Fat, I believe. So now I go back into Scizor as he Toxics, but it doesn't work. And now he went for Milk Drink, which seemed pretty weird cause I have Toxic. But this thing actually has Lumberry, which is pretty cool. But then again, that's really good for me to know that he doesn't have a Heal Bell, so I can pretty much Toxic his entire team. So I poisoned a Miltank, and he's not going to be doing anything to me, so I go for Toxic again, predicting the switch, and he goes into Dragonite, which is great. So now I think I'll just go for the safe Bullet Punch as he switches back into Celebi. So he gets the Leech Seed off again. I go for Toxic. After turn effect. And now I switch cause I don't like to be seeded, and I go into Luxray and get some useless Intimidate. But he Psychics me, and sadly enough it looks to be a 2-hit KO. And this Luxray has the set that the Problade18 gave me, and he doesn't hesitate taking it down. So I lose the Luxray, but yeah. So I had to death fodder it, kinda. So now I go into Mesprit, and figuring I can cripple any of his last pokes with a trick, so I go for it, and I trick the incoming Miltank, and I gave him my Choice Scarf, and I get nothing. So now he's stuck to return, and I just go into my Scizor to wall this thing. And I went for Bullet Punch, but I got Parahaxed. And he just keeps on going for a return. I got Parahaxed again. And before going down, he goes for a return one last time. And I go for, oh yeah, I get Parahaxed again. This is the third time in a row. That's just fantastic. So now he goes into Dragonite. I get Parahaxed for the fourth time, and he gets a Roost off, so that will buy him a little bit more time. And now he starts Dragon Dancing, and yeah, I finally get a Roost off, so now I'm back to full HP. And now I go for Bullet Punch. Luckily I don't get Parahax. He goes for Dragon Dance, and I Bullet Punch again, but it doesn't KO, and he gets a Roost off. And I Bullet Punch yet again, and it doesn't KO, and he gets an Earthquake off. But this is a bulky Dragonite, he told me, so his Earthquake, even though +2 attack, it doesn't do even half. So yeah, that's good. So now he goes into Swellow, and I go for Bullet Punch, and that KOs the Swellow. And now he's down to his last Pokemon, which is Celebi, and he gets Stealth Rock raped, and I go for Bullet Bill for the one last time, and Celebi goes down, and that's the game. So thanks for watching again, and comment, rate and subscribe if you feel like it, and check out Problade18. I will see you guys next time. Bye.